If you're in charge of the company 401k plan for your business, you're going to want to listen to this video to make sure that you are fulfilling your key responsibilities for the plan. Hi, I'm John Bovard, owner of Incline Wealth Advisor, certified financial planner, and 401k plan fiduciary. And today I wanted to discuss with you the 4 major responsibilities that you have as a plan sponsor or plan trustee. So the 4 responsibilities are: number 1, plan design; number 2, plan operations; number 3, investments; and number 4, costs. So to break down each one of these 4 categories, to give you a little bit more detail on some of the responsibilities that are included in these 4 topics. So number 1, plan design. Plan design refers to the structure of the plan. It involves things like company match, company profit sharing, eligibility periods, vesting schedule, auto enrollment, auto increase, a bunch of the different features that all make up the plan. Another key feature is Roth 401k. So how is your plan designed, and is your plan keeping up with new rules and new legislation? So each year Congress discusses potential changes to retirement plans. So make sure that your plan is designed with some of the new key features that are out there, and make sure that your plan is operating most efficiently. And that brings me to my next point. Number 2 is plan operations. So plan operations are some of the biggest risks that you run from a compliance standpoint. Plan operations involve mainly things around contributions. So how quickly is your payroll company getting the plan contributions in there? How quickly is the plan match being invested within the company and within each participant's account? So things like company match, things like the profit sharing bonus, and how timely those are being deposited within each participant accounts are vitally important to the operations of the plan. What all is included in the company match, and making sure that you have people that are not getting an extra amount of company match. Maybe if you match 100% up to 3%, making sure people do not go over that 3% mark. So making sure that the plan is run correctly. And a lot of the plan operations, these are all outlined in the plan document. So making sure that the plan is following the rules of the plan document and the summary plan description to make sure that the plan is in compliance in case there is any sort of audit or investigation with the Department of Labor. Number 3 is investments. So you want to make sure that you have, first and foremost, a diversified fund menu. So making sure that you have your style boxes, as they according to Morningstar, between large cap, mid cap, small cap investments, bonds, international investments, cash equivalents, making sure that you have a sound, diversified investment lineup is key to any good plan, and it is key if you ever get regulated or any sort of audit within the plan. You want to make sure that you've got a diversified fund menu. The second thing to consider when you're looking at investments is any hidden fees within the investments. So these could be 12B1 fees or higher expense ratios. If a plan was set up and established years and years ago, you want to make sure that you're keeping on top of reviewing the investments, because you might have some investments in there that are charging excessive fees, and you could potentially get a lower share class, therefore lowering the fees for your plan participants. So doing an investment benchmark is crucial, should be done. You can do it once a year, once every couple of years. Make sure you are intact and you have the best investments from a style box and a diversified fund menu possible for your plan participants. And lastly, it's cost. So making sure that there are many different layers of costs that are involved within a 401k plan. You have the record keeping cost, you have the cost of a plan advisor, you have the fund expenses that are involved, you may have TPA costs as well. So making sure that you're regularly benchmarking the cost of your plan so that these costs are in line with other plans your size and other plans in your same industry. It is recommended that you do this at least every 3 years. If the plan is growing, if there's attrition, if there's more assets going into the plan, you can do that more frequently, because as the plan gets larger and larger in assets, you may be able to get some pricing concessions from your advisor or from your record keeper, and also your TPA. So make sure that you're staying on top of the cost, making sure you have an accurate breakdown of what each one of these costs are is vitally important as your role as a plan trustee. So how do you go about making sure that you're completing these responsibilities and you're staying on top of these duties? Well, the best way to do so is by having a plan fiduciary or a plan advisor in place, but making sure you at least have a structured process for your plan. So I advise most of my clients to have a binder, and it lays out those 4 categories. So your plan design, your plan operations, your plan document, summary plan description, investment benchmarks, cost benchmarks, performance reviews, watch lists for your investment lineup. So making sure you have this process in place, that it's reviewed, and you're taking the time and the steps necessary that in case your plan were to ever get audited, or you may have a disgruntled employee that's left the company, they might complain about the plan, making sure that you're protected and have a solid process around reviewing those 4 categories that will allow you to make sure that your plan is in compliance. And like I said, one of the best ways to do that is to hire a 401k advisor. However, make sure that that 401k plan advisor is a fiduciary and they have experience with 401k plans. A lot of advisors will say that because it can be an easy way to maybe add some potential revenue to the firm. Make sure they have other plans that their advisors on and they have a process in place and that they are a fiduciary advisor. So again, to recap, those are the 4 key responsibilities that you have as a plan sponsor, as a plan trustee, making sure that your plan design, plan operations, investments, and costs are all in place, that they're all being reviewed on a regular, consistent basis. So if you have any questions on that, if you maybe want a complimentary review or a benchmark of the plan, happy to provide that for you, happy to reach out. I'll leave a link down below in the comments where you can email me and help to set up a meeting. But if not, I appreciate you tuning in. Let me know if you have any further questions.